And on the mound now, Randy Vasquez. What do you have on him?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
About to get started here. Jung-Hoo Lee digs in now. Full extension makes the catch. What a play.
Just a great job of concentration there as he leaves the ground to go airborne to make a diving catch. That's a tough play, but he got the job done.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Right through there for a strike. Here in San Diego and just getting started. Here's the 0-2. And downstairs. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Batting third, the second baseman, Luis.
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. Two outs, base is empty. Luis Ariz stands in. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1. That's a little bit low. And that one off the outside edge.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Pulls that one foul. Two down, nobody on. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and the Giants have the lead now. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Ha!
The 0-1. There's the strike of the knees. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That
Ball
misses, and that's ball one. Got him swinging. Padres draw closer on the long ball. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in San Diego, and on the hill for the Giants, Tyler Mahle. What do we have on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
That's a check. Did he swing?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And Joe McDonald says he went around. Now the 0-1. On the inside corner for a strike. That missed by a lot. And it's 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Designated hitter, Fernando.
As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning. Everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Fernando Tatis Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Ball.
Strike two. On the ground to the left. Adames, the throw to first. And two quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 13, Manny.
Two down, base is empty. Here's Manny Machado.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Ball.
To the right side. And that one handled. Play made. That ends the inning. Padres down in order. They trail it here 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. And digging in for San Francisco, Willie Adames.
No.
Foul ball there. Way out front for strike two. The shortstop takes the ball. That misses, and the count's full. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now. And now Bader up to the plate.
Outside.
Adames on at first. Nobody out. On the ground.
Foul.
And it goes just foul. Here's a 1-1. And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The next pitch misses. Full count now. High fly ball, shallow right field. Castellanos under it. One away.
Batting eighth, the catcher, number 14, Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey will hit next. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Man at first, one away. And ball one.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Runner on the go again. In the air to left center. He's got it. That's out number 2.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 10, Casey Schmidt.
And up next for the Giants, Casey Schmidt. Swings through that one for strike one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
The 1-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. One left for San Francisco. They're up 2-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Malley making his first start of the year. And he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2013. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike two. Stays alive. That one almost got him.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Downstairs, and it misses ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Bogart.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. The 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Swing and a miss. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And that is a big first out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
2 aboard with 1 out. Ramon Laureano, the next to hit.
Ha!
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Nick Castellanos, the next up for the Padres. First pitch way inside, a fastball. And the 1-0. That one lifted to left. Ramos settles underneath it. And that'll do it. 2 left on. We play 2 full. It's the Giants 2 and the Padres nothing. On to the third inning. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Steer right.
The 0-2. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Chapman,
Too
the
low.
next to hit, takes ball 1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 1-1. Chapman gets a piece there. The 1-2. This one in the air, right field.
That's
and
foul.
that is foul. Makes the catch for the second out.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Luis.
2 outs, base is empty. Luis Arias getting ready to hit.
Yep.
Arias not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Oh, 1 now.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Raffy coming to the plate now.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. In the air, right field, Castellanos on his way over, and that'll do it. So the Giants leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Set for the bottom of the third. So digging in now for San Diego, Freddie Fermin.
No, that's too high.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back there, and it one-hops the wall. Now a relay to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
The batter, number 9.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. He was a strikeout victim his first time. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Man at second. Fouled off left side. Line drive, base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr. The 0-1. Ripped to third and caught.
Up next for the Padres, the third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Machado. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Two on, one out. And that one ripped to left. Base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. And now they trail by one.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
First and second, one out. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Walked his first time. And that's ripped for a base hit. Here comes Cronenworth around third. He'll score, and the Padres tie the game. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Traffic on the bases with two already in to score here in the last half of the third. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
No, that's the
Just
ball.
misses there.
That's one you always want as a pitcher. Down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Here's a 1-2. On the ground, could be two. Arise. Toss to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
On to the fourth, and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. And a big swing and a miss. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Everything came together for him. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Willie Adames stands in. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
That's a ball.
Man at second. That one hammered but pulled foul. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-2. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So here's Bader now. Flied to right his first time. That clips the corner. A little out front there as he swings through it. And the 0-2. In the air to left center. Laureano on the move to the alley. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Safe. And they take the lead.
Up next to the Giants, the catcher, number 14, Patrick Bailey.
So no one on after the sac fly. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Popped out to left his first time.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. That's
Ball
off
2.
the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Now
Ball
one
3.
missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And a 4-pitch
That's a ball.
walk.
Take your base.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
Up next to the Giants, the first baseman, number 10.
And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. 2 down, nobody on. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that's the 3rd out. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Giants 3 and the Padres 2. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Petco Park, stepping in for San Diego, Gavin Sheets.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Right through there for a strike.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
One and two here. This one in the air, center field. Bader settles under this one. Takes it in for the out. One up, one down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Number 5, Laureano.
Laureano comes up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time.
Ball 1, up.
Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock.
Up next for the Padres.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. He's 0 for 1.
Castellanos.
And fouled off. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And
Ball
a breaking
1.
ball misses outside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Laureano stands at first with 1 out. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Arias has it for 1.
He's
what
out.
a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Giants 3 and the Padres 2. Back here in San Diego and digging in for San Francisco, Casey Schmidt. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Jeremiah Estrada, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Morejon, the lefty, warming up as well.
Ball 2.
And
No,
that's a little
that's a
bit
ball.
high. And now 3-0. That one
Ball
misses.
4. Take your
So a
bait.
leadoff walk. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So they're now out of challenges. And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Randy Vasquez is done. And it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching for the
Righty
Padres,
reliever out of the pen,
number
Jeremiah
56.
Estrada.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee digs in now. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw.
Hey!
Save. That's in there.
2.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the 5th. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. In for a strike. Good slider.
No.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. Man at second. Pitch misses, and the count is 2-2. Got him swinging. Chapman is gone.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Now a chance for Luis Arias. A walk, and he's also singled.
Hurt one.
Runner at second, 2 down. Into center and a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw.
Comes through with the RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
2 outs, runner at first. Rafael Devers will hit next. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
That's a strike.
Arise off of first with 2 away. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Freddie Fermin. And that's fouled off.
You know, these Padres, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Out towards right center field. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And there's 1 down.
And obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Ball 1.
Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Landon Root, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Miller, a left-hander, also throwing. The Padres down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Right side, hard hit. Arise on to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick
Up
outs.
next for the Padres, the designated hitter, Fernando.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Warning track, ball, and you can touch them all, baseball man. That one felt good, and they cut into the lead.
Tatis is a superstar in baseball, and that swing of his is a big reason why. He's electric with the bat in his hands. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Manny Machado up to the plate.
Outside.
The 1-0. That to right. Lee drifts towards it. That is the inning. The Padres get one back thanks to the solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. So digging in,
Leading off
Elliot
with
Ramos.
the left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Pitch
Ball.
misses. Ball 1.
Hike.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Adames now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Here's your 1. In the air, left field, down the line. And it's a foul ball, but it had the distance.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
Ball 1.
Just missed.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Now pitching for the
New arm
Padres,
out of the bullpen.
number
Adrian
50.
Morejon.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
2 down, bases empty. Harrison Bader getting ready to hit.
Hey!
Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That ends the frame. Giants go down quietly, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead.
Now pitching for
Back
San
now for the
Francisco,
bottom of the
number
6th, and there's a new
65,
pitcher on the mound, Landon Root.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Well, 1-run game. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
No, that's
Action in the San
down.
Francisco bullpen. Caleb Killian, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Baraki getting cranked up as well. Fouled off. He was late. And a 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. 1 for 2.
Ball.
Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And that skips in the dirt.
Ball
Misses
3.
inside. Ball 3. And there's the automatic. And ball
That's
4
down,
there.
ball 4.
Tying run is on base.
For the Padres, the first baseman, Gavin.
Next for the Padres, Gavin Sheets. Now quick throw to first. Bogaerts dives back.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some linked on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap. Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. The throw to third. And he's got no chance. He's out.
Hey, as a former center fielder, I'm feeling pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now, for the offense, that's a tough one to swallow because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making it out at third base.
Here's Ramon Laureano.
Ball.
In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Ball.
Little bit low. Ball three. Nick Castellanos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the 3-1 comes up empty. That's strike two.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So a
Ball
walk
four,
puts
first
runners at first and second.
Up next for the Padres, the right fielder, number 21, Nick Castellanos.
First and second, 2 outs. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Two on, 2 outs. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
Oh, he hit him,
got him.
and that brings home a run. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Landon Root done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Eric
Giants,
Miller will take over here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
So up next,
The batter,
Jake
number
Cronenworth,
9.
1 for
Second
3.
baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
That's a little bit low. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. 2 outs, bases are full. Pitch gets away. But all the runners hold. And a ball and 2 strikes. Hit slowly on the ground. Schmidt takes it to the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. We go to the top of the seventh. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey.
Patrick Bailey.
Out to short. Bogarts handles the chance. Zips it across. One pitch and one out.
Up next to the Giants, the first baseman, number 10, Casey.
So digging in, Casey Schmidt. He is struck out and he is walked. Check swing and he went. That is strike two. All tied up here, the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 out. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 3 in this one. And that misses. And the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Tied at 4. And that one missing low. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. Nothing doing here this half. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. And we are tied 4-4. Back here at Petco Park. Now the DH for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 2 now. That one missing inside. And down on strikes. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Machado.
Now Machado up here.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Hit in the air left field. Ramos turns to the right on the move. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Padres, the center fielder.
Digging in,
3,
Jackson Merrill.
Ball one.
Way high there. 2-1. That's inside. Xander Bogaerts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. This one in the air, center field. Bader in position. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. And we are tied 4-4.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Padres,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Wandy Peralta.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
The third baseman.
Now it's Matt Chapman. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Bullpen action for the Padres. Rafael Cairo, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Tied at 4. Hit weakly on the ground. Bogaerts in plenty of time to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Second baseman, Luis.
Stepping in, Luis Arias, known for his late inning heroics.
No.
And the 1-0. Swing and a foul out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Ball to strike. In the air, left field. Laureano on the move. Takes it in for the out.
Up next to the gun, the designated hitter, Rafael.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. It's the Giants 4, Padres 4.
Now pitching for the
Back
Giants.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Caleb Killian. He's making his second appearance of the season. And here is Xander Bogaerts.
The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Ball
That's a
one
ball.
to Bogaerts.
Ball 2.
There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Hit on the ground to the right side. And a base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
Well, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Ramon Laureano, the next to hit.
No.
Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Here comes Bogarts around third. He will score, and they take the lead. Runner around third. The relay. Catcher can hang on, and it's 6-4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Caleb Killian departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
Matt Gage into the game.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Nick Castellanos, the next up for the Padres. In the air, right field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Padres, the catcher, Freddie.
So now with one away and a man at second, stepping in for San Diego, Freddie Fermin.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one.
Ball.
High fly ball lifted into air right field. Takes it in for the out.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Ball. No.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike two. Man on second, 2 down. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. And it remains 2-2. Man at second. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, the Padres have the advantage, 6-4. Last chance coming up for the Giants. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Rafael Cairo. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's Elliot Ramos.
No, that's a ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 2-2. Swings through it for the K. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Some really good tunnel action there. That's a picture-perfect slider to get the strikeout. Starts over the middle of the plate and then dives hard off the outside corner. You know, he's probably thinking about the fastball he got the pitch before, and there's no way to hold up when you tunnel that well.
Adames
No, that's a
stands
ball.
in here,
Too low.
takes ball 1 low. That misses.
Ball 2.
Yeah, that's ball 2. Base knock right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
1 gone, runner at first. Harrison Bader, the next Giant to hit. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Way out front for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AV going. The Giants with the tying run at the plate here at the top of the ninth. Fights it off, he'll see another. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, that 2-seamer is Heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Giants down to their final out. Now it's the Giants catcher, Patrick Bailey. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Not even close there. And that's ball one. Swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Adames leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Laureano hustles to get it in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Schmidt in the box now, takes strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. And there's a ball. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
The 2-1. Next
Ball
offering
3.
misses down and away. Jung-Hoo Lee in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. High fly ball, right field. Castellanos on his way over, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Schaum.